Since well before we bought our boat, back when this lifestyle was just a dream, there was one destination that was at the top of our list whenever we'd ask ourselves, where would we want to sail to? We spent years dreaming, reading, watching others live this life, and imagining what it would feel like to do it ourselves. Eventually, that dream started to take shape, and we made the leap, leaving behind our house and most of our belongings to chase something bigger. When we finally set off, though, our expectations weren't that high. We were pretty new to sailing and didn't quite trust our boat yet to take us thousands of miles south. The idea of it was honestly daunting and felt impossible. And yet here we are. Just over a year after buying Atlas on Lake Erie, we're sailing into the Exuma Islands in the Bahamas, known for its pristine beaches, stunning blue waters, and great sailing conditions. We had just spent a beautiful week in the Berry Islands and thought that things couldn't get any better, but this is one of those times where it felt great to be proven wrong. Today we are going to be sailing a little bit this morning. I think the winds are supposed to taper off, so the engine might have to come on later, but we're hoping to get a good sail in, so we'll take you along. And I think we're heading down to Emerald Rock this morning, which we have a mooring for the next couple of days. So let's go. Emerald Rock is an anchorage inside the Exuma's Land and Sea Park, which is a national park that covers over 112,000 acres of land and sea. You do have to pay for each night you stay in the park, whether you anchor or stay at a mooring ball. To help break up our trip as we were heading south, we were originally planning to grab a ball at Emerald Rock for one night, before jumping further south to find protection from west winds that were coming later in the week. As we arrived at the park, Dylan had to go over the VHF radio to check in with the park office. The park doesn't take reservations, but you can radio or email a day in advance to be put on a wait list for more popular mooring fields like Warwick Wells.
The water here in the Exumas is just absolutely insane.
I'm sure you can hear the engine rumbling in the background. We're motor sailing now, but it is lunchtime, so I'm going to throw something together for Dylan and me. Lately on Passage, we've been going through this kick of having cheese and crackers because it's just something really easy to throw together, so I'm going to go ahead and do that for today. Alright, lunch is all ready. Nothing but the finest aboard Atlas. I also added in some summer sausage and some chorizo, so just gotta grab the crackers. Be grateful. I spend a lot of time on it.
Oh yeah.
So we just got to the mooring field that we're staying at for the next couple of nights. We ended up getting a spot at Warwick Wells. We weren't sure if we were going to be able to get in here because it is a pretty popular space. And I can see why it is so popular. This has to be like one of the most beautiful places I have ever seen. It is just otherworldly how stunning it is here. Insane. I'm very thankful that we got a spot here for tonight because this would have sucked to have missed out on. This is one of those moments where it's like, I can't believe this is my life right now.
Since we were lucky enough to snag a spot in Warwick Wells, we decided to extend our stay since this place would be perfect to hide out from the strong winds predicted to come. So we finally have a calm enough day that I am going to break this out. This is a paddleboard that my dad was kind enough to get us for Christmas. So this will be nice just to even have off the back of the boat for something to float on, but yeah, figured it's time to get this in the water.
And after several minutes, we have a paddleboard. I forgot how grueling it was to blow these up. I actually used to teach a stand-up paddleboard class where it was like a 45-minute, like full circuit body workout. It's been a while since I've done it, and I can tell. I'll insert some pictures to show some of the stuff I got up to on that. Definitely could use some improvement. So yeah, we'll see if I have anything left.
Later that day, we took the dinghy and the paddleboard over to Whale Beach, where I quickly learned that I'm still not as good at headstands as I'd like to think I am.
Whoop.
Aspen.
Yeah.
Go, Aspen, go! Woo, good job!
The following day, the winds were low enough that we took the dinghy around the island to explore. We cruised through Pirates Lair, which is a small anchorage only accessible from the Atlantic side of the island. It's said that back in the day, pirates would hide out here since there was good coverage, and there's even a freshwater well that's easily accessible.
What do you think? Do you think there's any buried treasure in there?
Well, it looks a little small.
That is so cool.
Our friends Jeff and Marguerite needed their zinc replaced, so later that day we went over so that Dylan could help. He had been looking for an excuse to try out our Blue Nomad diving system, so he was excited to finally test it out. Overall, it made working under the hull go by much quicker since he didn't have to keep popping up for air.
Oh, I cleaned the bottom off.
That seems like a lot of work.
Worked well?
Yeah.
We're gonna go for a little hike. We're gonna go up BooBoo Hill, which is a pretty famous hike here in the park. This is, if you watch other YouTube videos or if you're familiar with the area, it's a huge pile of driftwood that people will put their name on of their vessel and add to the pile. I think the lore kind of goes that you're supposed to find a piece of wood on the island and not bring wood from outside to leave. I don't know, whatever. We're gonna go check it out. It should be a cool hike regardless, so let's get going.
BooBoo Hill is the tallest hill on the Key. The legend goes that long ago during a stormy night, a ship wrecked on the surrounding reef and everyone aboard perished. People claim that the hill is haunted by their spirits and you can hear them singing on windy nights. It has now become a tradition that visiting cruisers leave a piece of driftwood with their ship's name on it as an offering to the god Neptune for good sailing and safe passage. It's a fairly easy hike, but definitely be sure to watch your step in certain areas.
Very small. Oh! Small. Oh! Small. Oh! Ow! Got that on camera. I'm up here on the board.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Cool. I think we made it. What a beautiful backdrop. Stunning. Let's see the back.
Yeah. There we go, there we are. Oh, the V turned out fantastic.
It did. The whole thing turned out very good.
Make a hell of a bonfire, wouldn't it?
Oh my god. Yeah, can you imagine if lightning struck this?
Oh,
Well, you'd see it in the Anchorage anyway.
yeah. It's a cool little hike.
It was.
And then whenever it comes here, you'll have to see if we can find where we put our name.
Definitely, yes. Dylan did a good job with limited resources to make a good stencil of our name, so props to him for that. It's hot out though, so I think we're gonna go back and cool off and take a good swim. At least that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, definitely. Go in the water. It's hot.
Thanks so much for following along on this journey with us. We still can't believe we actually made it here, and sharing it with you all has made it even more special. We're incredibly grateful for this community and the support you guys have given us along the way. If you've ever been to the Bahamas, we'd love to hear about your favorite spots, whether it was an Anchorage or a must-visit island, or just a memory that stuck with you. Drop it down in the comments below. Until next time, fair winds and following seas. Thanks for watching.